So I know that this makes a problem. The only question is, what kind of problem, right? So we can figure out quite a bit about this problem before we even start graphing it. The first thing we can figure out is the y-intercept. The key with the y-intercept, if you want to find it, we're just going to plug in a 0 for x. Because if we want to find the y-intercept, we set x equals 0. If we want to find the x-intercepts, we're going to set y equal to 0. So if I do that, I get y equals 2 times 0 squared, right? Minus 16 times 0 plus 100, right? So we're going to get y equals 0 minus 0 plus 100. So evaluating this, we're going to get that our y-intercept is going to be at 100, but it's a point, so we're going to list it as a point, 0, 100. The next thing we want to figure out, so like if I was keeping track of a thing, right, I know that's going to be at 100. The next thing we want to find is the axis of symmetry. So if we want to find the axis of symmetry, the formula for that was negative b over 2a. This is for the axis symmetry. So negative b, which is negative 16, so that's going to flip to be a positive 16, divided by 2 times our a value, which is 2. So that's 16 over 4, which is 4. So our axis of symmetry, and the way you correctly write it is x equals 4, is like that. So you can imagine that we have a parabola that's going to look like this, where we have an axis of symmetry there at x equals 4. Now we want to find our vertex, and the vertex and the axis of symmetry are closely related. If we want to find our vertex, it's a pretty simple approach. We're just going to plug in our axis of symmetry. Whatever it is, we're going to plug it in. We figured out our axis of symmetry is 4, so I'm going to plug a 4 in this equation. Watch what I get. Y equals 2 times 4 squared minus 16 times 4 plus 100. A real common mistake is students will do 2 times 4 and then square it. So be smart, keep track of your order of operations. We got to do 4 squared to get 16 first, and then we're going to multiply that. And we'll finish evaluating here. So we get y equals 32 minus 40 plus 24 is 64 plus 100. So that'll be negative 32 plus 100, which is 68. So I plugged in a 4, I got out a 68, and that'll tell me where my axis of symmetry is, right up here. Or my vertex at 4, 68. Cool. And so our problem must look something like this. And of course my scaling's all off, so it probably will be a little bit tighter in.